are my top 5 mysteries and thrillers. Coming in at number 5, I have The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I rated this a 4.5 star. You wake up as one person, and every day when the day ends, you wake up as another person in the story, and you're trying to find out why do you get trapped into all these different people's bodies to eventually solve the murder of Evelyn Hardcastle at the end of the book. It sounds like a lot. It sounds like it could be weird, and it sounds like it could be too much. But trust me, this was a great, great read. Coming in at number 4 is Lucy Foley, The Paris Apartment. So I actually rated this 5 stars. This is one of the first thrillers I read when I got back into reading. And I just loved everything about this book. I loved the pacing. I love how Lucy Foley does multiple POV. This does a really good job of keeping it all together. She does a great job of incorporating the setting that you're in as almost like another character in the story. Following Jess, who's an English girl who's coming to visit her brother. When she gets to his apartment, he's missing. She encounters other people who live in the building, and everyone seems a little weird and a little off, including the concierge. And also something's really kind of creepy about this apartment building. Loved this one. Number 3 spot is All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. Now, I would definitely consider this one a mystery. However, this was kind of marketed as a thriller, and ended up rating this 4.75 stars. I think if this was not proposed to me as a thriller, I would have actually given it a 5 star because I think it's an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful book. But anticipating it being a thriller, it's not going to be that fast paced. It's a little more of a mystery that unfolds over many decades. So in this book, we're mostly following Saint as a young girl and then her friend Patch. So some girls in their local town start going missing, and Patch ends up saving one of the girls. Then you start to follow the story of the police and Saint and Patch and other people in town trying to figure out what happens. So you're also getting a lot of great character development. You're getting stories of these characters growing up and living their lives and what happens when they do finally find out what happened to all those missing girls and who was responsible. Chris Whitaker's writing is really gorgeous. You really are in tune with the characters. I cried at the end of this book. I haven't cried in a book at I can't even tell you how long. I just think this was definitely worth all of the hype, but don't expect it to be super fast paced. 2, and I can't even believe that this is number 2 on any list, is Blacktop Wasteland. And if you want a fast paced, breakneck thriller, this is exactly what you want. This is like pedal to the metal from the beginning. So I've previously posted a review on Blacktop Wasteland, so you get my full thoughts on the whole synopsis. But essentially, we're following Bug, who is a father, a husband, and a retired getaway driver. And he falls behind on some bills. He runs an auto body shop in a small town, and it's about to go under. His mother's nursing home says she's owing tens of thousands of dollars, and he doesn't know how he's going to get out of this debt. He decides to take one last job, and as we all know, one last job never ever works out how someone anticipates it to be. The kind of action scenes in this are fantastic. Nothing I can say hasn't already been said about S.A. Cosby and his writing. This is brilliant. Also, the fact that all of that action, character development, storyline shoved into less than 300 pages is beyond comprehension to me. I felt like I read a 500-page book, but in the best way possible. Absolutely flew through this. Again, I don't have to say much. Read any of S.A. Cosby's books, but this one was really great. Number 1 choice out of my top 5 thrillers and mysteries, Nightwatching by Tracy Sierra. I don't see this book get the same amount of hype as any of the other books I've talked about, really. This is Tracy Sierra's debut novel, and this is an absolutely edge of your seat, bite your nails off, terrifying thriller. A woman stuck at home during a blizzard with her 2 young children, and she thinks she sees and hears an intruder in the house. They then hide in the house, and the rest of the book, you are wondering, did she make it all up or did someone really come there? Because there's no marks in the snow. There's no evidence of a car coming up to the house, no footprints. The police don't believe her. Her neighbors don't believe her. She doesn't even really believe herself. This book was phenomenal. I really need everyone to let me know if they've read it because No one that I know has read it. And it's, if you need a scary thriller, this is 100% it. This was definitely the best, hands down, the best thriller I've ever read. This is like not even a question to me. It is so scary. So good. I was having nightmares. I read this in like 2.5 days because I was like, I have to get to the end of this book. I was so scared, checking behind my shower curtain, everything. Check out Nightwatching by Tracy Sierra, my number one suggestion for a mystery or a thriller. Let me know out of my suggestions if you've read any of these, and if you have, which ones were your favorite or what you would suggest and why. See you guys next time.